Good afternoon and welcome to the 2024 Next Challenge for Media and Journalism National Award Celebration. We're thrilled you're here with us. My name is Libby Lofka, and I am very proud to be a member of the American Public Media Group Board of Trustees and co-chair of the Glenn Nelson Center Board of Advisors.
And I'm Barry Gisser. I'm the Chief Financial Officer at American Public Media Group. It's a real pleasure to be here with you today. You know, nearly 3 months ago, about 400 startups began the process to apply to get to where we are right now. 400 startups ranging in size from 1 to more than 25, from 42 states and territories, all with a goal of being here today. One thing they had in common, they were all early stage with revenues of less than $1 million. 25% of those entrants chose to go the nonprofit route. More than 50 are led by BIPOC founders. And more than 60 volunteer judges, mentors, and supporters, including Libby and me, helped those firms get ready again to be right here, right now, where we all are today.
We want to thank our partners who helped make the Next Challenge a success this year, including the Knight Foundation, MacArthur Foundation, McKnight Foundation, Carlson Family Foundation, and the 14 promotional partners who are in your program. Now, to kick off the competition, I want to introduce the amazing Jeff Freeland Nelson, Executive Director of the Glenn Nelson Center.
Amazing might be taking it one, but thank you, Libby. It is so good to be here, and I just want to take a breath. It's been 3 months. It's been kind of crazy, and here we are together to celebrate the winners of the 2024 Next Challenge competition. But first, I want to tell you a brief story. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't put a lot of stock in fortune cookie fortunes. And in fact, when I was in undergrad, I went out for Chinese food on a study break with a bunch of friends, and when the fortune cookies were passed out, mine was empty. So I opened the cookie and there's no fortune in it. And my so-called friends refused to drive home with me because they thought I was cursed. But here I am today. So imagine my surprise when 28 years later, I found that fortune on the floor of a Target store. Like there's just a fortune on the floor. So I picked it up, and I've been carrying it around ever since in my phone. So I'm gonna pull it out. I'm gonna read it to you. Here's what it says. Well, first of all, just a review. If you get a fortune cookie and there's no fortune, no worries, it's fine. If you find a fortune on the floor of a Target store, lean in, right? That's important, pay attention. Here's what it says. Little acorns lead to mighty oaks. So I've been carrying this around, not sure what to do with it, and then I knew that we were gonna be here tonight for this celebration. And I realized we were gonna be here among some mighty oaks, right? This is New York City, and there are the mighty oaks of the media world are here. The New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, Reuters, Bloomberg, right? Towering trees that are sort of the pillars of our industry. But we're not here to celebrate the mighty oaks, even if some of them are in the room. We are here to celebrate the seeds, right? And I'm not gonna denigrate the startups, the finalists that are here by calling them little acorns. You're not little acorns. But what I am gonna say is in this ecosystem, in this world that we live in, you need the mighty oaks, right? You need the big trees, and you need the saplings that are growing up. Because eventually those mighty oaks will fall and they will rot and die. No, okay, I'm taking it too far. No, it's fine. No, so it is part of being healthy, a healthy media environment, and unfortunately, we're not in one right now, and that's where, while we're calling this a celebration, I don't think we can be too celebratory. Media and journalism in this nation is facing, I would say, the greatest crisis in many generations. And it's not just the polarization, it's not just the venom that we're seeing throughout the world, really. It's the fact that while we know how to do journalism, I live with a journalist, I work with journalists, we know how to do journalism, and in fact, we have the best tools right now. I was just out at Stanford being wowed by these tools and artificial intelligence, how we can do journalism in ways we never thought we could do. The problem is we don't know how to pay for it. We no longer know how to pay for it. And there are models out there that have worked for hundreds of years. And in fact, when it comes to subscriptions and when it comes to classified ads, potentially thousands of years, these business models have supported journalism and they don't work anymore. So here we are in a situation where democracy depends upon journalism. I'm sure we can all agree on that. But we're running out of the money to do the journalism. And so that's why I want to speak to the finalists that are here. We have about half of them in the room. We have about 24 finalists in the room. We've got another 20 that are here on Zoom. I don't know if we can see them. But I want to tell you just a few things about how important you are. First of all, I want to tell the finalists, you did it. Like, no matter if you win or lose this competition, no matter if your startup succeeds or fails, you did it. It's a rare person that identifies a problem out there, looks at a problem, and says, I'm going to fix that, right? I'm going to step up, and I'm going to fix that. And all of the 31 finalists today have done that. They have stepped up to try to solve a problem, and they've already done that. You're already a winner. You might not get a grant, but you are already a winner, and we're here to celebrate you, and we're here to lift you up. And my hope is that you walk out of this room, you walk out of this competition, not just with the training and the mentorship that we provided, but with some new connections, with a new investor, with a new customer, with a new partner, so that you can accelerate the growth of your company. Because that's why we're here, because you might not be the mighty oaks yet, but some of you may be. And we're depending upon you, our society is depending upon you, to figure out how to do journalism, how to do media in the future. So thank you for being here. Now, it's my honor to introduce a dear friend of mine. Many of you know that when you're starting a company, you do something usually called a friends and family round. And it goes something like this. You say, hey, I've got a great idea. So you meet with your uncle or your sister or whoever, and you're like, hey, I've got this great idea. Got any money laying around? And so 3 years ago, when the first next challenge was about to happen, my first call was to my friend, Dennis Williams. Dennis works for one of those mighty oaks, although it's kind of a hybrid exotic oak called Warner Brothers Discovery. And Dennis said, yeah, I'll help you. And Warner Media at the time, through the AT&T Foundation, put $200,000 into the first 2 years of the next challenge. So this would not really be here without my dear friend Dennis stepping up to say yes. So thank you.
Haven't seen this guy in a long time. I mean, do you see the outfit?
Oh, really?
It's kind of crazy.
We were roommates,
We were college roommates. He always stops at the we were college roommates. He was actually my college crush and first heartbreak. Turns out I'm gay and he's not, which is kind of confusing because I was on the track team and he was a theater major. So like straight dudes in theater, so confusing. Thank you, Jeff. It's so good to be here. You knew this was coming. It is my pleasure to present the Public Choice Award, which, unlike the other awards that will be presented this evening, was not selected by a panel of expert judges, but instead it was voted on by the general public. So it's like the popular vote instead of the electoral college, right? Kind of thing. And we know which one works better. He also said, don't be political, sorry. So anyway, that makes this award really about hustle and hustling to get it done. Division finalists were encouraged to reach out to their stakeholders for support, make their case on social media, and do everything possible to get the most votes. And as anyone who's ever started a company before knows, hustle matters. Often, it is not the founder with the best idea that wins and succeeds. It's the founder with the best idea who's willing to work harder to get it done, including hustling to get people to vote for this, which apparently is a thing you have to do now. So, after more than 5,000 votes, right, the 2024 Next Challenge Public Choice winner is, he would not tell me in advance, he said you have to slowly open the envelope. Lookout Publications. Congratulations.
Brad, the mentor. Everyone who has supported us along the way. We have been in existence for 16 months, and to see that our audience and those who follow us really do care. This was a really beautiful way for them to show that. So thank you to everyone, and this is so cool.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sylvia Rivera. I'm Director of Local News at the MacArthur Foundation. And I'm pleased to announce the Future of Local Journalism Award winner. This $30,000 grant will go to a startup paving a new path for local news, leveraging new technology and exploring new business models to better serve and inform its community. High-quality local journalism serves as a cornerstone for informed citizenry and accountable governance. Local journalists help residents stay informed about critical daily issues, fostering community engagement, public participation, and transparency. Here's an introduction to the 9 finalists in this division.
A lack of rigorous local arts reporting means that most people have little opportunity to learn about, not to mention take issue with, the cultural decisions being made around and for them. Southwest Contemporary is a publication that provides regional arts journalism across the American Southwest. Our publications facilitate community and network building across the region, power the creative economy with information and resources, ask critical questions about cultural institutions, lift up underrepresented voices, and create opportunities for expression.
In February 2020, a young Black man named Ahmaud Arbery was murdered by 3 white vigilantes here in coastal Georgia. That fall, Georgians turned out in record numbers to vote, and a full 20% of them were young adults. This bucks the conventional wisdom that young people don't care about the world. In Georgia, they do. They just needed a news organization that they could trust. I founded The Current to revive accountability journalism and empower coastal Georgians to become more civically engaged.
Imagine being a Puerto Rican living in the United States, and all the news you hear about your homeland is about crisis and struggle. I'm Camille, founder of 9 Millones. I've lived this and know it doesn't reflect the reality on the ground. So I moved back home to report on stories that center community agency and to cultivate a network of journalists and creatives who also want to share stories that empower, inspire, and connect people that want to participate in systemic changes.
Our industry is in a rut. We need new ways of thinking, and that requires a radical shift in perspective. We think it's time to shift focus from business model to ownership model. So we founded Range as a worker-owned cooperative. We fundamentally believe that when employees are owners, the incentives change. As a worker co-op, there's no mismatch between what's profitable for owners and what's sustainable for newsrooms and the community.
We are losing our ability to tackle even simple community challenges. Well, we think local media needs to expand how it thinks of itself in solving this crisis. It's no longer enough to just inform our communities. And we think that we have an answer. CivicLux's model strengthens civic health. We have a 5-part framework for what we do. And most importantly, we're partnering with our civic institutions, like local government, to make the process of engaging in civic life more meaningful and rewarding.
Out of 500 local news clips over 4 years, only 32 stories explored queer issues outside of the political cycle, pride, or drag shows. Our statewide survey showed an overwhelming 90% of people felt that queer issues were underreported. But look how changes that. We illuminate triumphs and uncover solutions, spotlighting queer resilience across Arizona.
We started as a rapid response media project during the Muslim travel ban because our communities didn't have accurate and trustworthy coverage in a language they could understand. 94% of our stories are reported or photographed by people from immigrant communities. We are the only local news outlet in the country offering stories in Dari for our Afghan community. 1/3 of Chicagoans speak Spanish at home, but only one news outlet in Chicago publishes every story they report in English and Spanish, and that's Borderless.
We serve a community of about 65,000 people, and as part of our mission to foster an engaged community, we strive to reach all segments of our population. However, that comes with its challenges. Among the hard-to-reach population are our Spanish speakers. Recently, we installed a widget on our website that allows our readers to translate and share content in Spanish. We've done a lot, but we would love to do a lot more.
We're a small community news organization that's serving a population that really badly needs it. It's one of the most racially diverse cities in the country. Each of the Vallejo Sons founders and early contributors were doing their own thing on separate websites, and we just brought that together. We're having an impact. We've reversed government decisions. We've triggered investigations. We've triggered policy changes. And we want to expand our coverage to other areas and surrounding communities.
With your support, we won't just be Arizona's queer news source. Lookout will be the nation's go-to source for LGBTQ+ news.
With your help, we can empower more to do the same this year and beyond.
Your support will help us create more consistent content.
I invite you to join us in our mission to save arts journalism.
Thank you for caring about journalism.
I am so excited to do this. All right, so, and the next 2024 Next Challenge Future of Local Journalism Award winner is, drum roll, Borderless Magazine.
This was a total surprise. We decided to come here last minute. We're in Chicago. We flew in about 2 hours ago, and I'm so glad we came. Yeah. Thank you to you all. I'm here with Mauricio Pena, our editorial director, and representing a team, small but mighty team back home, who's launching our first book club tonight, and bringing community together in really unique, different ways. And we're just getting we're just getting started. This is our 5th anniversary this year, and I can't wait to see you in another 5 years, another 10 years. And thank you so much for believing in us. It means so much to us. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is John Whaley, and I've had the pleasure of being involved with the Glenn Nelson Center in St. Paul over the last several years. And I've had the privilege of participating in the Next Challenge the last 2 years as a mentor. Tonight, it's my honor to present the Trust in News Award. This is a new award for the 2024 Next Challenge, and a direct response to the rise of disinformation and misinformation across the internet and new threats posed by AI-generated content. Division judges nominated 4 startups for this new award, including Civic Lex, Mapping Black California, Distributed Media Lab, and The Current Georgia. And the winner of the 2024 Next Challenge Trust in News Award is, drumroll, Mapping Black California.
Oh gosh, thank you so much, everyone. This is like so exciting. I want to thank Next Challenge for Media and Journalism, all of the supporting Next Challenge funders and partners, the legacy of the Black press who paved the way for Mapping Black California, and the ancestors who push us on. Our founder, Dr. Paulette Brown-Hines, for having a vision, and of course, the Mapping Black California team and all of our partners for working with us. Being a pioneer can be lonely and intimidating. Opportunities like these don't just provide notoriety, funding, and encouragement, they provide much needed community. So lastly, I would like to thank all of the finalists for daring to not just dream, but do. We sincerely hope and look forward to collaborating with each of you one day, because we're all next in media and journalism. Thanks again.
Hello, I'm Josh London. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer for Reuters and also the head of Reuters Professional, which includes Reuters.com. It's my honor to be here with you tonight, and what an exciting evening this has been so far. I'm also a member of the Glenn Nelson Center Board of Advisors, another honor. It's my pleasure to present the Power Platform Award for the 2024 Next Challenge. Media platforms play a crucial role in creating a healthy media and journalism industry by providing diverse channels for content distribution and for audience engagement. They enable journalists to reach wider audiences, facilitate real-time information sharing, and to promote transparency. The Power Platform Award goes to a startup revolutionizing content distribution around the country and around the world. Here's an introduction to the 12 finalists in the Power Platform division.
With an aging readership, falling subscriptions, and declining ad revenue, it's making it very difficult for traditional print media to stay relevant in the digital age. We founded Spotlight with a modest goal of revitalizing the whole news industry. We built a dynamite solution that's ready to scale. Spotlight already features 100 plus college papers and 200 commercial publications. We're ready to launch across every college campus in America.
Podcasts are kind of a miracle. They bring us this incredible diversity of voices talking about an almost infinite array of topics. And yet the apps that we use to access them don't allow listeners to sort of tap into all those riches. Hark is changing not just how they listen, but who and what they hear. For brands, it's creating this whole new way for them to engage with their audience. And for podcasters, we've created a vital new way for them to gain audience.
Imagine a world where journalists don't waste precious resources searching for studios or lugging around equipment. Recordical empowers journalists and all content creators to create impactful content more efficiently and grow their incomes. With Recordical, professional studios and top-notch equipment are at their fingertips, freeing them to focus on what matters most.
Audio is booming. 10 billion voice notes are sent every day across different platforms, but good luck scrolling to find the good stuff. Liloquy is a platform for audio joy, where you can record and replay the voices of loved ones. In just a few months, our community has already recorded 10,000 minutes of audio, and they're replaying it for 3 times as long.
Listen, we all saw the mental health crisis emerge with suicide rates at exponential numbers. Promptly was built alongside our Gen Z team to be a pivotable ecosystem app for young people, both to be a safer space to connect and also offer real-life opportunities to amplify the youth voice, while also providing 360 degrees of mental health support.
After endless scrolling of 15-second dopamine hits, you realize you wasted a few hours of your life. At MediaStorm, we believe in in-depth, high-quality storytelling to be the antidote to that situation. The MediaStorm platform is a web-based toolset for packaging and distributing multimedia and interactive experiences.
We started Distributed Media Lab with a mission to support quality original journalism because we believe that a free press is the cornerstone to a functioning democracy, economies, and society. Distributed Media Lab is a technology company, and our platform is designed to make it easy for publishers and brands to distribute journalism and branded content.
Did you know that people with disabilities make up 20% of the US population? Not only is this the largest minority group, but it's the only minority group that anyone can join at any point in time within their lifespan. Yet, only 3% of the speaking roles on TV are given to disabled people. My name is Jennifer Price. I'm the founder and CEO of the Disability Media Network, a streaming network with content exclusively featuring people with disabilities. We save both time and money for advertisers, but we also allow disabled people to see themselves more authentically represented in a media outlet.
When Native issues were in mainstream news or other underrepresented issues from community members, they got it wrong or they were incredibly offensive. And so together we decided I would leave TV and we would launch the VNN app, which is a social news media platform that allows more people in our community to be part of the news process.
We are on a mission to close the gender information gap. Being the largest social-first digital platform really rooted in issues of gender equity, we knew we had to intentionally disrupt the traditional media landscape.
Feminist was formally founded in 2020 after it went from 1 million followers to 6 million followers on Instagram. We think this is a direct result of people feeling like their voices were not being reflected in our current political system, and they saw feminists as the hub to really get their voices heard and their beliefs recognized.
Sadly, it's a well-known fact that there's a severe news desert for Latinos in the US, but that's only half the problem. The small but existing Latino media infrastructure is severely misaligned with the new ways in which Latinos are consuming their content, making the news desert problem drastically worse. Luz solves for this misalignment. We're a digital ecosystem that amplifies Latina stories in engaging and tech-enabled ways, including our own membership community, research and insights panel that produces zero-party data, and syndication feeds that include MSN.com.
I saw this play out time and time again, where the communities that made these platforms the most engaging, most exciting, had all the sauce, were also getting the most hate and abuse. That was the inspiration for the reason why me and my co-founder, after being fired by Elon Musk in 2022, decided to create Spill. We knew that if we catered to these communities first, solve the problems that were facing them, we could create a platform that would benefit everyone.
We invite you to join us on this journey of being a part of the future of media.
We know that together we will ultimately change outcomes.
All we need is your investment. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations to all the finalists. What an impressive group of founders. And the winner of the 2024 Next Challenge Power Platform Award is Recordical. Congratulations.
Hi, everyone. Wow. I feel like I just won an Academy Award. I'm so grateful for this. Recordical has been a longtime dream of mine, and it is based on the absolute radical belief that the future of media and the future of work is going to be fueled by a creator economy where independent people, journalists, creators, creatives, are going to be telling us the true on-the-ground stories across the world. And I am so proud of what we've accomplished, and I feel so grateful and honored to be amongst the voices that I hope to one day be using Recordical to tell all these stories of truth and holistic stories about my own people, Latinos, on just spreading real, true, and good information around the world. So thank you so much. And hopefully there will be a Recordical studio and smart locker near you very soon.
Good evening. My name is Kimberly Spencer, and I'm the Chief Philanthropy Officer with the Pivot Fund. I'm excited to announce this year's Vision Award. The Vision Award goes to the innovative finalists with a bold vision to reinvent media and journalism. Visionary media startups embrace new technologies and explore diverse storytelling methods to reach broader audiences. They anticipate and respond to emerging trends and challenges, ensuring the industry remains relevant and resilient. By aiming high and thinking big, visionary media and journalism startups play a pivotal role in informing engaging, and empowering communities throughout the United States. Division judges nominated 3 startups for the Vision Award, including StyleBot, Hark Audio, and Range Media. And the winner of the 2024 Next Challenge Vision Award is Hark Audio. Congratulations.
To be honest, I was just texting my co-founder saying, oh, well, we lost. He's on vacation. I was like, go back to the beach. But anyway, I'm so thrilled. It's really exciting. He's in the Bahamas, so he's on the Zoom, Don McKinnon. So we're both just really excited. Thank you so much. So we feel like we're on a mission to expose all the incredible stories and conversations that are happening on podcasts. There's the perspectives and ideas that are there that are just waiting to be unlocked to a bigger audience is so exciting. And I just want to thank our team and thank you so much to Next Challenge and to the funders and to the partners. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Mark LaValle. I'm with the John S. and James L. Knight Foundation. My role at Knight, well, I'll put it this way. When I started, my colleague Duck, is Duck here? No. Okay, great. So he was like, hey, Mark's the new IT guy. And so next time you email Duck, if you know Duck or you're looking for a grant or something, be like, oh, I met your IT guy at Media Impact Funders. So it's fitting that I have the honor of presenting the News Tech Award. And this division recognizes startups that provide technology services for newsrooms. Those services help with productivity, they help with sustainability, they help with revenue. And right now, these days, you know, we're all swimming in this, right? It's hard to talk about technology services without talking about, anybody want to autocomplete this sentence with me? AI, right? And there are so many. We could spend the next couple hours. We're actually a little bit ahead of schedule. I'm not going to blow it up. We could spend the next couple hours making, repeating bold claims we've heard about AI, right? AI is going to supercharge journalism, or it's going to wreak havoc on the way that we consume and produce information, or it's the most overhyped technology in a generation. What's true here? Who knows, right? Some of these things, multiple of these things are true at the same time. That's what we're living with. For the builders in the news tech space, whether they're building directly with AI or not, the range of possibilities right now and what they're grappling with is both exciting and exhilarating and terrifying. And I think what you're going to see in the 10 finalists in this division are folks who are tackling this challenge head on. They're doing it with purpose, they're doing it with curiosity, and they're doing it with grit. So it's my pleasure to introduce the nominees in the News Tech Award category.
Without a thriving local news ecosystem, democracy collapses, and our publishers need to find new ways to engage with their audiences. That's where News Games comes in. Our secret sauce is integrating the local news content directly into the games. Our games and puzzles are a highly effective way for news publishers to drive retention, subscriptions and registration, and also create new revenue opportunities for advertising, sponsorships, and donations.
Today's world, journalists spend a lot of time trying to make sense of their own data sets, and so data cleaning and management becomes a big burden. So we created a platform that does the heavy lifting for them, and we help journalists to focus on what they do best, which is telling stories that matter.
There is a systemic lack of accurate, disaggregated, and relevant data focused on the Black community.
Worsening that is the data learning curve. Addressing the racial data gap is crucial, but who should take the lead? Mapping Black California will. As the only minority-centered map-making initiative in the state of California, we leverage data to reshape community narratives and address the information gaps that deepen inequalities through research, visualization, and communication via trusted messengers.
My co-founder Scott and I thought that the bias, misinformation, social division was so bad that we built our first prototype. Our most exciting products, both in revenue and impact, launched this year, like our balanced local news in all 50 states, our mismatched dialogue platform for schools, and our bias checker that can instantly reveal the bias of just about any article. Our patented systems, our deep experience and successes in the marketplace makes us uniquely qualified to address one of the most widespread problems of our time.
PR Monkey is a media monitoring system that creates dynamically updating media kits for our users. The way the system works is you type in the name of an expert you represent or a brand that you represent, and we use autonomous functions to pull all of the previous media mentions, funding information, relevant social links, multimedia, and more for your client or brand.
Noda, we're an assistive AI technology company focused on the journalism space. A lot of the pain points that are associated with creating stories and getting those and distributing those out to communities today can be solved by this new technology. All of our products are assistive and help journalists, audience teams, content marketing teams, and sales teams efficiently do their job.
Now is a critical time for the news industry, facing downsizing and layoffs as tech companies' AI take hold, writing many articles and social media sites become users' main news portals. Our tech can help fight this. For the first time, news organizations can bring influential perspectives from across social platforms to their article pages through scalable AI technology.
We help unlock articles behind the paywall across 110 publishers and counting. We do so legally through our network of business development deals. We are fully integrated on the back end of all of these sites. And in terms of what we're doing with AI, we're recommending the best news sources online today. We're also helping readers contextualize, better understand, and interact with the news.
Today's journalists are doing more with less. They're publishing 24/7 across platforms at a time when they can least afford hits to their credibility because only about 1/3 of Americans trust news. I wanted to find a way to make style and standards resources engaging to my students and available as part of their daily workflow. That's how Stylebot was born. We took our newsroom's foundational documents and made them into a chatbot that they could easily access on Slack.
In today's media landscape, generic AI is failing publishers. It produces bland, impersonal content that fails to engage the audience. At the same time, journalists are drowning in repetitive tasks, unable to focus on what they do best, high-impact storytelling. Newswise is here to change that. We empower publishers with custom AI-assisted reporting tools that are trained on publishers' unique content and voice. Newswise automates repetitive tasks, freeing journalists to focus on in-depth reporting and investigations.
Thank you very much for making us a finalist in the next challenge.
Please join us as we build the roadmap.
And help us reinvigorate our entire democratic society.
Thank you for your consideration.
Thank you.
So much great stuff in there. And so, let's see, the winner is Noda.
Wow, this is a huge surprise. We are in a category with a bunch of amazing technology. So first, just want to give a shout out to all of the other companies that were in this category. You all are doing amazing work, and hopefully we can find a way to partner. Thanks to all the organizers, the sponsors, the judges that helped us get to this point. We are just getting started and really excited about all the tools and technology we're going to bring to an industry that couldn't be more deserving of it. So thank you all for the time today, and we really appreciate it.
This isn't on the program, but it is in the run of show. It just says, take a deep breath. So I'm supposed to step up here and just say, take a deep breath. And then all I really have to say is, I'm also glad Duck's not here. Sorry, Duck. Just kidding. We love you, Duck. No, what I want to say is that I sat through 6 juries of judges who made these decisions, and it was a very challenging process. And the number of times that I heard them say, they're all good, they're all excellent, this is really hard to choose. I mean, it was every single jury. We had an extraordinary group of finalists in this next challenge. So I just want to, again, can we just give a hand to all of the finalists? I also just a few thank yous. I do want to just quickly thank some people that seriously, we would not be here tonight. This would not be going as well as it's going were it not for Colleen Scheck, Ellie McKinney, Theon Masters, or in the back part of the Glenn Nelson Center team pulling this off. The entire crew here at Lincoln Center that made this whole few days happen, all of Media Impact Forum, but especially the complicated thing that is the Next Challenge Award. Thank you to the crew. I also want to thank the co-chairs of Glenn Nelson Center, Libby Lavka, who is here, and Mike Palmer, who would totally be here if he didn't have his knee up with an ice pack on it back in Minnesota right now. But Mike, we know you're here in spirit. I want to thank Barry Gisser, who is my boss. Always thank your boss. But really has brought a tremendous new energy and excitement to our work here at Glenn Nelson Center. Lorena, who is part of the UNoodle team, is here, and I just want to thank Lorena. UNoodle is the digital platform that makes the Next Challenge happen. Thank you, Lorena, for joining us. And lastly, Media Impact funders, Vince, Roshni, you said yes, and we're so glad. This has really been a tremendous opportunity for us and our finalists, and I just want to thank you. It's been really great to be a part of the Media Impact Forum. And lastly, our promotional partners. And we have 14 promotional partners. I'm not going to read all of them. And this is just the beginning of our work with them. The fact that we had such an amazing and dynamic and exciting group of finalists and competitors is because of all the work that our 14 promotional partners put into getting the word out, making sure their members understood, making sure that their partners understood that the Next Challenge was an opportunity to elevate their startups. So thank you to all of them. Deep breath done. And now I'll turn it over to Jim and Lauren to take us home.
How about a big round of applause for Jeff Freeland Nelson? Thank you, Jeff. What an honor to be here presenting the grand prize. My name is Lauren Pabst. I'm a senior program officer in the Journalism and Media program at the MacArthur Foundation.
I'm Jim Brady, Vice President of Journalism at the Knight Foundation, who will be telling Duck how excited everybody was that he was not here.
This has been a really inspiring evening, and at MacArthur I get to work across both the nonprofit news and the documentary film funding. And I recently went to a documentary film conference, and there was a keynote speech from Jesse Wente, who is one of the founders of the Indigenous Screen Office in Canada, which now awards $20 million a year to in projects by Indigenous film creators. And he was talking about how long it took to actually it took more than 20 years to get that. And one of the things he said really stayed with me, which is that all of the systems and the institutions that we have today were once the dream of someone else. So I really want to thank all of the founders for sharing your dreams with us, for working so hard to make them a reality, and for participating in the Next Media Challenge, because I think this is all truly something that funders can take forward and recognize that we have a lot of exciting work to do to help meet where you are and help continue to help your work go forward. So I just want to thank you all. And so the grand prize is, of course, an additional $30,000. Sorry, guys.
We didn't sponsor that much.
No. Sorry. An additional $30,000 given to one of the 3 Division Award winners. And it recognizes a startup that judges see as having the greatest potential to revolutionize the media and journalism industry. An innovative idea with a business plan to back it up.
Innovation is vital to just not the future of journalism, but also its present. It's the tool that drives innovation and continues to force us to get better at what we do in the face of what have been constant challenges in the business for the past 20 to 25 years. By embracing that change and experimenting with new ideas, these startups are helping the entire industry stay ahead of trends, meet audience expectations, and maintain relevance in a very, very competitive and fragmented market. So here are the entire pitches of the 3 finalists.
Hi, my name is Nisari. I'm the co-founder and executive director of Borderless Magazine, a news outlet changing how journalists report on and with immigrant communities in Chicago. We started as a rapid response media project during the Muslim travel ban because our communities didn't have accurate and trustworthy coverage in a language they could understand. Today, we have a full-time staff of 5 and deep connections to the communities we serve. 94% of our stories are reported or photographed by people from immigrant communities. We are the only local news outlet in the country offering stories in Dari for our Afghan community. 1/3 of Chicagoans speak Spanish at home, but only one news outlet in Chicago publishes every story they report in English and Spanish, and that's Borderless. In the last 12 months, we've doubled our web views and Instagram followers and broke an international story with our investigation into the dangerous conditions at a city-funded migrant shelter. But we're just getting started. We are asking for your support to expand our innovative use of field canvassers, to distribute resource guides to Spanish-speaking Chicagoans, and to support the growth of 2 new community-driven revenue streams, sponsorships and events. We are building a bridge between underserved communities and policymakers, and growing community power. Will you join us?
Hi, I'm Josh. I'm the CEO of Noda. We're an assistive AI technology company focused on the journalism space. We've been around for 2 years. We have 6 products in the market and our own large language model. All of our products are assistive and help journalists, audience teams, content marketing teams, and sales teams efficiently do their job. What we're seeing so far with our 100+ customers is a lot of time savings. So time to create a story has been reduced by up to 50%. Time to create a social post or other engaging post on social media has also been decreased by 60+%. The time to create a newsletter out of articles that you already have in market, we can do that in 3 minutes or less and serve a ton more subsegments than we possibly could have in the past. A lot of the pain points that are associated with creating stories and getting those and distributing those out to communities today can be solved by this new technology. That's the real good news. We're seeing a lot of success in the market in doing so. All of it assistive, none of it generative in a net new capacity, and all of it built on our own large language model to ensure the transparency of data. Thank you very much for making us a finalist in the next challenge. We're really hoping that we can make it all the way, and appreciate your time and consideration.
Hi, I'm Michelle Corey, the founder and CEO of Recordical. We're honored to be a Next Challenge finalist. Recordical empowers journalists and all content creators to create impactful content more efficiently and grow their incomes. Imagine a world where journalists don't waste precious resources searching for studios or lugging around equipment. With Recordical, professional studios and top-notch equipment are at their fingertips, freeing them to focus on what matters most, speaking truth to power. But that's just the beginning. Recordical is building the future for a burgeoning creator economy. Our vision is to build a platform that seamlessly integrates consolidated analytics, AI-powered sponsor matching, and innovative monetization tools. No more piecing together fragmented data from every platform where your content is published. A unified view of key performance analytics will allow journalists and other creators to track, audit, and tailor their content to help them maximize their growth and impact. The Next Challenge grant will enable us to build Recordical's second studio space and first flagship location, with room enough for 6 studios and 3 smart lockers. The grant will also help to fuel the next phase of our platform, integrating unified monetization tools alongside our already existing suite of mini courses, ebooks, and workbooks. With your support, Recordical can equip journalists and all independent creators with the tools they need to tell powerful stories, reach wider audiences, and build sustainable careers.
And the winner of the 2024 Next Challenge Grand Prize is, and Price Cooper's Waterhouse was not involved in this at all, so you can trust it.
Nota.
Wow, this is very unexpected. Thank you again to everybody who had a hand in playing a role in doing the judging. We are extremely excited about the technology we're building, where we're at today and where we're heading in the very near future. I couldn't be more excited about this challenge existing and this platform being available for us to showcase what we're trying to do to improve upon what's happening in the industry today. And so once again, just thank everyone for all of the support and assistance to date to get us here. And we will take this money and use it well to continue to drive net new product development and continue to serve our customers better. So thank you again to the Next Challenge, all of the amazing companies alongside of us. We truly appreciate it. Thank you.
This brings us to the close of the 2024 Next Challenge Award celebration. We want to congratulate the finalists in this year's competition and the 6 startups out of 400 applicants who won the 6 startups that won grants out of the 400 applicants.
And applications for the 2025 Next Challenge will open in just 9 months. So start spreading the word to innovative startups and visionary founders in your community. And if you're a funder, go talk to Jeff so that next year we can give out $300,000. I'm sorry again. But thank you all so much. It's wonderful to celebrate here with you today. Thank you.